This is it, the final Columbia Pictures 100th anniversary review. And I was considering the first movie as the initial last from January, but then it was scrapped in favor of the other guys, and it was considered to be the final official review in December. But I thought it would be really funny if I include the most loved the least beloved Karate Kid movie, and that's why unfortunately did as the final Columbia Pictures review. I reviewed and I watched and now reviewing the next Karate Kid. Um, Now I should probably start by saying if I've seen the first one, I have years ago. I think in 2018. I think. And I thought it was okay. But I don't remember it that well. And I got around to seeing Cobra Kai as of right now. But I feel like Karate Kid should be like the final thing to review for Columbia Pictures. And I decided to choose the next Karate Kid. Um, in which it stars Hilary Swank as Julia Pierce, who was what initially was very angry and mean because of her because of the pain she suffered knowing that her parents died in a car crash. And she lives with her grandmother and Mr. Miyagi, who of course this was the master of Daniel. Um, and she also meets up with a guy named Billy McGowan, and is currently an enemy. It has meets up with an enemy named Eric, played by Chris Karan, who's supposed to be like the Johnny Lawrence of this movie, as well as the guy who plays as well as Michael Ironside, who's kind of like the crease of this movie. Um, and I don't know why, but I found myself kind of entertained by this movie. I don't think it's a great movie, but I thought it was okay entertaining, low kind of entertaining. There's not a lot of Karate Kidisms, but there was some karate training and like the second half of the film, which the montage was a lot of fun, and her learning karate for a bit was memorable. And what were you looking forward to see alongside her fighting with karate, what she does with Eric in a kind of memorable fight, and which ends up with Miss Miyagi fighting Ironside in a very intense but awesome fight scene. Um, but that's where the Mero. But there's not a lot of karate in this movie, which kind of made me realize that when they were learning when Julie was going to the prom with Billy or Bill. I was like, "Where's the Karate Kidisms? Where's more of them?" They say they have more with at the end, at the streets. And again, fun scene. I thought Hilary Swank did a good job in this role. She starts out as a mean and angry person, but then later has a change of heart and has more fun with Mr. Miyagi, but still is trying to stop Eric as well. Um, and I thought Mr. Miyagi was hilarious in this movie. He was kind of weird at the beginning, but then he's still very funny and still cares about Julie, and he has some memorable scenes with her, where it's like training her with karate or teaching her how to dance in preparation for the prom, and some scenes where he's interacting with some of the people that are kind of being a jerk to him, and Mr. Miyagi being kind of funny and also defending himself. I thought he was absolutely hilarious in this movie, though. I think he was more a bit serious in the first movie. If I can remember it a little bit. I thought Eric was okay. He was clearly supposed to be like the Johnny of this movie, and Michael Ironside again is supposed to be like the Chris of this movie, and they were okay villains. They have some scenes there and there, but I don't think Ironside didn't have as much screen time for him to be the main villain because he only showed up briefly in the two scenes, I think. And Eric was mostly set up as like the main villain before Ironside was considered a villain at the end of this movie. And I thought the monks had some funny moments, like dancing to one of Julie's pop music that she has in her uh that she was listening to and dancing to, as well as at the bowling alley where they were being like rivals to this one guy with glasses. I thought that was a pretty funny scene. And I thought the Bill was a decent love interest. I thought the scene with him on the train was kind of scary but interesting. How he's feeling fine about it. Walking through the top of the train. I thought that was interesting scene. Overall, the next Karate Kid is not perfect, but is better than I was expecting it to be, and this was a better this was a okay way to conclude the Columbia Pictures 100th anniversary review, in my opinion. Um, Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on the next Karate Kid, and what are your thoughts on this movie? And let me know. How Peace out. Bye. Happy 100 years of Columbia Pictures.